We found even state agencies that exist to protect consumers are unclear about what's safe and legal when it comes to cosmetic laser procedures. Vague training requirements and questions about who's actually allowed to do what means customers need to be careful as well.
I wanted to be without wrinkles.
Maureen Hicks wanted to do something nice for herself.
I wanted to be perfect.
So she had a cosmetic laser treatment about 2 years ago at a local Medi-Spa/tanning salon.
I wanted to feel beautiful inside and out.
Instead, she says, the laser technician didn't know what she was doing.
Around here.
Removing Maureen's eye protection during the treatment.
It hurt so bad. I couldn't move my head.
And she says there was no actual medical staff at the medical spa to help.
The swelling had so much pressure, it changed the actual eyeball and changed my vision.
Doctors claim they see laser injuries almost routinely, and we found there have been 17 laser-related complaints to the Oregon Health Licensing Agency in the last 2 years alone, with injuries like burns and swelling. As a state consumer protection agency, the health agency licenses cosmetology facilities and estheticians, but a spokesman told us they don't closely follow the use of lasers. How are you tracking who's doing what in order to protect consumers?
How are we tracking?
Because what I'm hearing you say is you don't know who's doing what kinds of procedures.
Yeah, unless we have a complaint. Or one of our inspectors sees a laser and asks somebody, what are you using that for? Then we don't know.
And isn't that a problem?
It's a problem. Yes, it is a problem.
Another problem, state officials say lasers fall into a vast gray area of state regulation, making it unclear how estheticians can or can't use them.
We can't just individually interpret the law as we see it. That would be great. However, that's how we're already in the circumstances that we're in now.
According to Oregon law, an esthetician can offer skin care for the purpose of keeping the skin healthy and attractive, and not for medical diagnosis or treatment. The law specifically allows for laser hair reduction. But beyond that, what is a medical condition and what isn't? Right.
Well, that's a good question, and that's been, I think, the challenge is to try to determine whether or not they're working on a medical condition or not. You know, because there's fine lines, particularly with skin care.
This week, the Health Licensing Agency is convening its first laser work group, made up of other state agencies like the Oregon Medical Board, which oversees physicians. The board's statement of philosophy on the medical use of lasers hasn't been updated since 2002, and even that is only guidance, not law. It says lasers for medical procedures should only be used under the direct supervision of a physician on site, but the law seems to go further, saying here estheticians cannot use devices which may damage the skin.
It's very confusing. For the client, I think it's even more confusing.
But what if you just want some wrinkles removed, like Maureen did? Scores of Medi-Spas with or without medical care, and even hair and tanning salons offer that type of laser service. And the Oregon Health Licensing Agency says estheticians are not required to have physician oversight, just laser training. But how much training?
There is no set hours.
And that worries Maureen, who hopes state agencies will make changes before more people get hurt.
I trusted they knew what they were doing.
In the end, this debate is likely to come down to clarifying legal definitions for beauty and medicine. It may even take new laws so doctors and spas are clear on who can do what with the laser. All that is up for discussion at tomorrow's laser work group meeting. We'll be there to follow up on where the ideas go from here. Jeff, back